So some of you may have seen, some of you haven't, but the project we do when the sophomores come visit the program is create a little nameplate personalized to their initials. This is a great opportunity to play with the software, Autodesk Inventor. So when we do this, first thing we do is create a sketch. It's called a 2D sketch, picture drawing on a piece of paper. So when we draw this sketch, we go ahead and draw a rectangle because this is what we're going to do when we put it on the surface of our little rectangle surface. So what you need to do is we just put a dimension to it. The part is actually 1 inch wide. It's all dynamic, so that some random distance, we just type 0.5 in. It brings it up a little, and then what we can tell is we actually want to just put it in the center. So everything's centered up, looks good. So our sketch is done now. So we can hit finish. There's our part. So what we can do is there's this awesome command called extrude. It takes the 2D into a 3D. So we can come up here, spin it around, see what we're looking at. If that's what we like. May not be too much now, but the more complex the part, the busier it gets. So we're going to do 1/16. Shoot, I can't think of what 1/16 would be, so I can go ahead and type 1/16, and it'll plug it in there. So you don't have to remember every decimal. It's smart enough to do all the math for you. So we have that plate. Looks good. Now we want to create another 2D sketch on this surface. Now, here's the real cool part. So I want to do some text on here. So I'm going to go ahead and say I want the text to fit in there. And for instance, my initials are MTH. So I'm going to click OK. Well, you know what? I'd like it bigger, and I'd probably like some different font. Well, let's just do extrude. Since we did a sketch, we'll just finish that sketch and we'll just do an extrude. And when we select that text, it brings it out in the 3D. Already has that 1/16 like we did before, but the difference is we actually want to cut it. Cut it through the part. Now we can spin it around and see the initials are in there. But you know what? I like that, but really, I wouldn't mind it being a little bigger. So if I come to this sketch here, and since Inventor is so dynamic, we can go ahead and just double click on our text. And I want to make it, let's go 0.25 tall. And I want to get some nice, I prefer, let's say, Times New Roman. So I'm going to select Times New Roman. Okay. And let's pull it up there. You know what? I like to take advantage of everything I can get. So let's go ahead and click on a little bit more. And let's make it, let's try 0.3. It's going to tell us right away if it's going to work. And let's see if we can move it. Just a little bit too big. So we'll just double click on it and fix it one last time. Let's just go halfway, 0.275. So we have that dimension right there. So we have that, like my initials, like how they look. I'm going to hit finish, and it updates it automatically. It's incredible what it can do. So I'm going to hit home. Right there's my nameplate. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. I'm just going to call it MTH nameplate. So that looks great. We have this now, but you know what? I'd like to take this home and show my friends, my family, take my cool print. I did all this work on it. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yep, I need a piece of paper to print it on. So we're going to just change the paper size real quick so we can print it on the printer in the back. And then we're going to say base, meaning we're going to create our multi-view drawing. Well, that's a little bit small, so let's try to bump it up to 3. That gives us a little better. Let's go ahead and click that. That's our front view. These are our multi-views, and we'll get into all sorts of views because as engineers, people are looking to us to give them explanations, details of what we design. So I'm going to also create a little isometric view, a cool 3D view just for a perspective. Click OK. Right there. That is what we need. This would be your front view, this is your right view, and this is your top. This would be considered your isometric view. Looks good. I'm happy with it. I'm curious to know what the height is. So I'm gonna say, let's put a height on there real quick. So when I take my print, I can show somebody and say, yep, my print is supposed to be a 1/2 inch by 1 inch tall, and my text is right there. You could add additional notes saying what the size is, everything like that. Say I want to say, well, I want to make sure everybody knows where this is from. Pioneer Career and Technology Center. So all my friends know, yeah, I got this cool print from Pioneer. I'm going to make it a little bigger so I can take advantage of all that space. A little bit too big, so let's just bump it down just a little bit. I'm going to say, I'm going to put down here, I'm going to put the CAD technician program. I'm going to put the MTH nameplate. So everybody knows this is my drawing, not somebody else's, it's mine. So I'm going to go ahead, it's referenceable right there. CAD technician program, put my initials. So I like that. I'm able to print this, it's good. One thing you gotta do though is we'll come back here and you have to actually create. What is awesome is if we come here, this is our 3D printer that we have available within the program. It does amazing things. This year we had one of the students create a 3D prototype leg for exercise science. You can see the whole process, and it's sort of tough to tell, but if you see these little line, there's a little shininess. The 3D printer actually laid it layer by layer by layer by layer all the way, and you can see in there, it goes up. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually create an STL file, stereolithograph file that can create our 3D models in this printer, which you should either be receiving at the end of the lab or at the end of your visit or within the mail if it takes too long. So this is a great opportunity to see your prints come into reality, which is a great opportunity. So when we do that, we just go ahead and do a save as, oh, we actually need to do an export, I apologize. Export, other CAD format, and we just tell it, we already have it, we just say we need an STL file. And we just name it, save it, and now we have a stereolithograph file that we can go ahead and take in our 3D printer to make a print like this. So it's a great opportunity to see prints, what you'd have here, come into reality from this to the final product. So if there's any questions, anybody'd like to talk, meet, visit the program, you're more than welcome. There's my contact information. If you're also interested, I have I'm including my email address that is more than welcome to contact me. This program is, there's free trials available on the internet. Be more than happy to take any questions and any questions regarding the program itself or Pioneer. Truly believe in the program, and I hope to see you in the fall, if not sooner, visiting during sophomore visits. Thank you, and have a great day.